Friday will mark 1 year since Aurora police shot and killed Kilyn Lewis, an unarmed black man. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Sam Shocker. His family has searched for answers and transparency about what happened to Kilyn. 9 News reporter Rachel Krause sat down with Lewis's brother this morning about the family's push for justice.
Friday will mark 1 year without Kilyn Lewis. A loss that's still tough for his brother Kaiwa.
Shoot, the day even got here and it's already tough.
Kilyn was smart. He loved to fish, loved music, and his family.
My brother was a very genuine person. I remember the first accident that I got into, I didn't have the deductible, but my brother had money saved and he actually gave it all to me.
Losing his brother was tough. Kai's faith guided him through that dark time.
That's where I find my peace now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I cry sometimes, but not as much as I used to before.
On May 23rd last year, his mom called.
So I answered the phone and my mom was like, Kai, you need to get over there. The police just shot Kilyn.
Aurora police officers were serving a warrant on Lewis. They were outside an apartment complex when they surrounded him. Officers say they thought he was reaching for a gun when an officer shot him. Lewis was unarmed. He had only his phone in his hand.
While I was at the hospital, they had officers posted outside of my brother's door. And I'm like, what is this about? They're like, he's under arrest. I'm like, but he's shot. He's in a coma. There's moments where it's tough. There's moments where, cry out, talk to God, ask him, why?
12 months later, Kai says his family still have few answers from police.
No.
Lewis's family and advocates have shown up at city council meetings for months, calling for answers from police and the city.
That justice is going to be met, like justice will be there.
He says more citizen oversight is needed so police aren't policing themselves. After his brother's death, APD never released the full unedited body camera footage of that day. Kai believes police should be required to show that to families.
If it affects somebody, right, after they upload body cams, before it even gets edited, the victim's family has access to everything unfiltered.
Kilyn is gone, but not forgotten, and neither is the push for justice.
There's people who are standing for justice, that are standing for what's right. So seeing all that support, I just know it's going to take time.
9 News has filed a lawsuit to access the full unedited body camera footage, and the judge is reviewing that case. I reached out to Aurora police about this story and about the Lewis case. They declined to interview. Prosecutors cleared the officer who shot Lewis of charges, but APD did take him off the SWAT team. APD also made changes after Lewis's death. Warrants Aurora SWAT executes now require stricter approval, and the team is used less often. They also have a designated, less lethal force operator on the team in hopes of reducing deaths here.
His family has been very vocal, and they've been present, reminding people about Kilyn all the time, which has to be hard emotionally. How do they look to this 1 year mark? What are they going to do?
Yeah, they plan on, remembering Kilyn and his memory through the community. His family plan to go out to the spot where Kilyn died twice on Friday on that 1 year anniversary at 11:37. That's the time when Aurora police shot Kilyn. They'll be doing a balloon release at that spot. They'll also be doing a remembrance event at 6 o'clock at that same location. Both things are open to the community. They want the public to be able to participate, just as they've been inviting the public into this conversation for the past year.
It's really selfless. They should be grieving right now, and they are. But to your point, the fact that they are pushing for change just goes to show the character of the entire family.
Absolutely. They want to make sure that other families don't go through this.
All right, Rachel, we thank you, and we're glad that they took the time to talk because that's a lot. We have an update from the National Weather Service today. 3 of the 4 tornadoes that hit on Sunday were ranked EF2 strength. The 4th was ruled an EF1. Incredibly, no one was hurt. Our weather impact team says it's common that we see these storms of this strength. Typically, our tornadoes don't reach that level 2 strength, especially close to populated areas. Peak gusts in Elkhorn Ranch in Elbert County hit 125 miles an hour. One of the 2 tornadoes that hit Bennett also reached 125 miles an hour. Not that far from Denver.
No, it is not that far from Denver. And as Denver continues to creep out, we're getting kind of that urban sprawl pushing eastward into these zones. We're going to have more reports, video, pictures of tornadoes, hopefully not this strong. We haven't had an EF2 rated tornado in 28 years. Those 3 EF2s are the, third, fourth, and fifth ones that we've had reported ever. So a really unusual weather event last Sunday. And when you have weather like this, it's time to think about what you would do if a tornado warning was issued for you or severe weather was moving in your direction. Not much other than clouds out there and sunshine. Temperatures rebounding nicely today. Mid-70s in Denver, some 80s on the map to the south. Still extremely gusty in the northern Front Range foothills and up over southeastern Wyoming. So if you're driving northbound on I-25, you'll run into this little wave of showers. They're racing through and a little bit of wind up that way as well. But all of the severe storms are in the Midwest and across the eastern seaboard, while we're just tracking an isolated shower here around Fort Morgan and Sterling. But the speed at which these storms are moving, it's really hard to get that moisture on the ground. So here's where we could see some garden variety thunderstorms or even some storms with some hail in Nebraska and Kansas. And we're really looking at dry conditions here in Denver tonight. Beautiful night tonight and tomorrow. Lots of sunshine with temperatures warming as well. Sun doesn't go down after 8 o'clock tonight, so really a nice night to be out and about. So coming up, we're going to track those isolated showers on the northeastern plains, talk about a temperature trend in the mid-80s, but thunderstorms are coming back for the holiday weekend. I'll show you the windows and the best time for those outdoor activities coming up.
A man has been arrested for sexual assault and kidnapping, but Denver police don't believe they have found all of his victims. 36-year-old Glenn Meredith was arrested May 13th for 3 counts of kidnapping, 8 counts of sexual assault. According to other charges, police believe he also assaulted and drugged a victim. We really don't have any more details. We're waiting to get that, but court records show the crimes happened in December, February, and March. If you were a victim or you know someone who was, Denver police would like to hear from you.
Well, it was a rough day on Wall Street today. We saw a sharp sell-off. The Dow tumbled more than 800 points. Concerns are growing by traders that the new budget bill could put even more stress on the country's debt. And it wasn't just major indexes. Nike shares fell more than 4% as the company is looking to raise prices due to tariffs.